Say something for the podcast. Tell the people what you feel.
I'm just jazzed about being on the show, man.
You are listening to The Objective Jerk, where objectiveness is the objective, and I am said jerk. What's happening, guys? It is I, The Objective Jerk, and this is The Objective Jerk. I said that wrong. But anyway, hope everyone's doing well and things are going good in their life and no problems. If you'd like to email me at theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, you can, or you can find me The Objective Jerk on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. So, who listens or who watches YouTube or Rumble or any of those things? I mean, YouTube was or is like a godsend in some ways. If I would have had YouTube the first time I picked up a bass, I would be so far ahead than what I am now. Although I think then YouTube wasn't around. YouTube wasn't around until 2010, I think, or something. But even then, it was still not like it is. Because now you can get on there and search anything, and there's somebody that has a channel on it. I mean, anything, it's very nice as far as that goes. But I don't know. It's gotten pretty hairy out there. I don't know. Like I use it a lot. I don't watch TV. And then sometimes when I'm just like bored and I just want to whatever, I'll just, watch some bush craft person making a little homemade something in the woods, or I don't know, whatever, just watch certain things. I get my news from people that have channels who watch everything, or they watch a little of everything, they get all the news, and then they kind of will talk about it. So then I don't have to watch Fox and CNN and MSNBC and all that kind of crap. I'd rather just watch a 10-minute video that breaking down kind of what's been going on or whatever, so then I don't have to sit there and watch the news, So that way I'm not going crazy from the news, and then I'm still informed to an extent. So, and not all of them are, the ones I watch. There's one guy I watched he's a little biased, but he'll report on everything. And then there's a guy who's a little more neutral and stuff, but you can find, far left and far right, on there as well. But I try and watch something because I like to know what's going on. I don't want to know just what's going to make me feel better or what's going to make me angry, or, I want to know what's going on, So I watch YouTube a lot. And I only started watching YouTube once I moved here to the Philippines. And since then it's like, if I got to work on something, bam, I'm on YouTube. I mean, I used to watch it occasionally before, but it was basically like when I changed out the transmission of this old truck. That's where I really started kind of watching YouTube. Is I remember pulling stuff up and it helped out a lot, But yeah, I really started watching. Like, it's my main source of any kind of entertainment or whatever, now. But then, there's a lot of censorship going on with YouTube. And people were like, oh, well, it's misinformation. You don't want that to get out. It's like, no, it's not. That's not what it is. And and I'll get to more of that later. But so, there have been some things and stuff that YouTube, the company, has done, and I'm just like, man, screw this crap. I'll get rid of it. And then I'm like, oh man, it's like it's like, so I have to get it back again. It's like, damn it, kind of like, unwillingly watch YouTube again. And then, so there were some other platforms, but they weren't very good at all. So the one that kind of was able to kind of push up and become an actual competitor of YouTube is Rumble. And what's cool, and I guess Rumble is a Canadian company, or it's Canadian, like people that run it are Canadian, but they run it out of America. But they don't censor. So like right now, it's a lot of, Republican right-wing kind of stuff on there, or people that don't care that post their stuff on there. But that's only because they don't censor. It's not that they're like not letting, the other side on there, because there is other, there's liberal stuff on there. But it's like they don't want to be on there because they don't want to support what they call a right-wing platform. But it's not. It's not right-wing. It's just they don't censor. And that's kind of like my gripe. So, like, right now what's going on is Russell Brand. I talked about him once before in another podcast. Comedian. Former drug user. He was an actor and he's a comedian. And he had, he was a very promiscuous kind of guy, he was very sexual and this and that, and he doesn't hide from that, And recently, like very recently, like within a week, I think, there was some allegations that came out against him, right? Which, there are legit allegations that end up becoming true. You got the Weinstein guy, you got the 70s Show guy. Although the 70s Show one, I don't know though. I didn't really follow it. And I don't know, some things I kind of heard was like, really? Like that's what they gave him 30 years based on, like the evidence doesn't seem like it was that good. Maybe. Or it just seemed like it, I don't know. Just some stuff that I've read, but I might, he's already in there 30 years, so I'm not going to debate that, or and I don't know anything much about it, so. But you also have, on top of these, legit douchebags getting what they deserve, you have much more people getting accused of stuff that didn't happen, or it was like completely consensual, and now they're trying to hurt the individual. And my thing is kind of like, okay, I understand. So yeah, everybody's like, it happened, 20 years ago, or it happened, 15 years ago. Why is it coming up now? It's a good argument, but I get, maybe, or, I understand that women that are actually recipients of rape and various other things. I don't think I'm supposed to say that. Not like my channel is monetized, right? But oh dude, now I just lost my train of thought. Okay, so I get, I can understand why, women don't want to come forward, it's painful to try and relive. They just want to forget it. They don't want, what's the point? They're famous, whatever. All this. Okay, I get it. I understand, But my argument kind of is, to 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or whatever, there was the Me Too movement, where they got Harvey Weinstein and where people were being accused left and right, where it was popular and it was like, yay, everybody was applauding people coming forward with these allegations. A lot of them were bogus, but some of them weren't. So why didn't this person come out then? It just kind of seems like, or these people, why didn't they come out then? That was a perfect time. That was like, so that's kind of where I'm like, I don't know. And then, well, I know why, but it's because, he now, since then, between then and now, he has gotten this huge channel on YouTube and various things, and he's on news, and he sharing all kinds of information that kind of brings light to the corruption that is the media, pharmaceutical, and the government, And so people don't like that because he has a lot of followers, I mean, he's not like Joe Rogan, but he's getting there, And that's why I think it's happening right now. That's why it's happening. Now, maybe the person who is accusing him of whatever happened, it actually did happen, and it's not pretty. But I think they're making it out to be a little worse than it actually was. Maybe, I don't know. And if he did do something, then he should be held accountable, But the thing is, too, is everybody, it's because the liberals have politicized our justice system, and everybody's brain now it's guilty until proven innocent with everything. And like, how many times has this happened? And then come to find out, oh no, it was all BS. But it doesn't matter because now that guy's ruined or that person's ruined. Lost, I don't know, movie roles or lost their job or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about really actually having. It doesn't even matter if it's actually true or not. The whole thing is going to end up screwing up whatever they got going on. Case in point, Russell Brand. So Russell Brand, like I said, has a channel on YouTube, has like, I think 6 million followers, lots of views. He's on Rumble, he's on, whatever, this and that. And so YouTube demonetized his channel or completely turned it off or something. So he can't post anything on his channel. I'm not sure, but he definitely can't make any money from it, right? And so now, apparently, Rumble was giving or sent a letter from the British government asking or requesting, same thing, I guess. Requesting sounds better. That they demonetize his channel. And it's like, what? Why would the British government request that they demonetize his channel? Does that make sense? When he hasn't been proven guilty, there's nothing, it's ongoing right now. Why would they request that they demonetize his channel? Like, I kind of understood YouTube because they're left-wing, Google ran, whatever. But I'm kind of thinking that they were given the same letter. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, no problem. Okay. But Rumble said, fuck you. we ain't doing it. No. Go pound sand, right? Which is awesome. And this is another reason why I'm like, God, I gotta delete YouTube and just focus on Rumble. But Rumble doesn't have a lot of the little things like how-to stuff. It's hard. But anyway, so like what's going on? So so that doesn't really make sense. Okay? And people like applaud this. And I've said it before. It's like whether it's on your side or someone else's side, you should never applaud censorship. Because right now they're censoring somebody you don't agree with. But before long, they're going to be censoring someone you do or you. You have to take that into account. Why do you think, and this is why people who love America and love the Constitution because of the freedom of speech. It's insane. They're like, oh, they couldn't have foreseen the type of weapons we would have to have an AR-15. It doesn't matter. An AR-15 is today's musket, okay? That's what everybody has. But they were able to foresee that the government could turn on its people, and the people need to be able to bear arms to stop that from happening. Because you know what? It would have happened years ago. If we didn't have the Second Amendment, the country that we live in right now would be so vastly different in a bad way if we didn't have it. And then you have the First Amendment, freedom of speech, right? That's the first one. I always mix up second and fourth all the time. Well, I used to, not so much now, but it's like, and then they were able to see how that would pertain. It's almost like they could see the future, and we're like, dude, we can't let that happen. We got to write something in the Constitution now. It's almost like somebody from the future traveled back in time with a little iPhone. Dude, check this out. This is what's gonna happen. Oh crap, we got to write some. You know what I mean? It's insane, but it's like, people are so. And this is why they say left are so emotional and think with their emotions and whatever this and that. Because they just hear that somebody supposedly assaulted someone or raped them. And they're like, oh my gosh, get rid of them. Oh, well, they're going to do that. They're going to do censorship. Oh, that's fine. It's him. Dude, that's how it starts. That's how it starts, man. Think back to Nazi Germany and Poland and Austria and everything. That's how it started. It was like the little stuff. They're like, oh, they let it happen. Oh, okay. And then pretty soon, they're getting rid of millions of people. And then you wonder, like, how did people let that happen? It didn't happen overnight. It was very little, just like this. Oh, yeah, you can censor him. He's not on my side. And then 10 years from now, people are being murdered. And then they're going to ask you, how could you let that happen? What are you going to say? Well, yeah, exactly. It's happening. You can't censor people's free speech. And a government can't censor somebody because they're saying things that they don't want them to say. Because all the BS that's happening in the States is happening in England too. Because they all got together. It's not just the States. It's Canada. They all got together. Pharmaceutical got their money and like, hey, we want you to do this. Here's a buttload of money. I mean, maybe that's who is actually paying for the Ukraine war, pharmaceutical. Not the taxpayers. I doubt it, but but it's just so now you have a company trying to my thing's all messed up. So, or a company. Yeah, so now you have people trying to just totally mess up this guy's momentum because he was accused of something. So like even that, does that make sense? Does that make sense to totally screw over somebody that hasn't even been proved guilty? Ask yourself, does that make sense? Or what makes more sense, that the government just wants them silent so they don't even care. And then plus all these women that are coming forward too, they were approached. There was like tons of them that were approached by journalists. Hey, what's you got, what's your story between Russell Brand and this and that? And then the ones that, no, everything's fine, they're like, oh, no, we don't want you. So they were looking for people that was possibly a maybe. They're like, oh yeah, we had like this crazy night of bondage or whatever. They're like, well, did he force himself on you? Well, it's like, well, that was part of it. We had a safe word. Oh, but he did force himself on. You know what I mean? It's like they're looking for something, and all it is to shut him up. And what's going on? Like, you have to look at, like, what has he been doing? See, like this right here, what I'm talking about. How does this not send up flags for people? How is this not like, whoa, what is going on? What is really going on? Like, I don't know. It's just people think, people like myself, I mean, I'm not nowhere near a conspiracy theorist, but people think people are conspiracy theorists, but all we're doing is asking questions. All we're doing is looking at the whole picture. And like, it's like a puzzle. It's like you take two different puzzles, right? You grab one half of one puzzle and one half of another. And then the left is like trying to make them stick together, push together, right? Right down the middle, right? These two puzzles. Oh no, it's one puzzle. It's one puzzle. And you look at it and you're like, yeah, I don't think that's a one puzzle. I mean, this over here is a bear pulling a salmon out of a river. And this one is G.I. Joe trying to shoot Cobra Commander. How is this one puzzle? It doesn't make sense. And plus, look at the stuff doesn't even line up. That's how we think. That's what we do. That's what we see. We see that. And we're like, this doesn't make sense. Why is this going on? And then we start thinking, why is this going on? Like, why would they be doing this? And then we start thinking, oh, well, crap, it's probably because of this. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. No. It's because we use our brains. We think with our brain, not our heart. Okay, we maybe will, what do you call it? Man, I was on a roll right there, right? No, but it's good to use your heart for various things or your gut. Sometimes your brain leads you the wrong way. But for things like this, it's like, dude, 1 + 1 does not equal 5. It just doesn't. No matter how many times they try and change math, it doesn't. The saying, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. So this looks like they're trying to discredit him. And sounds like they are. It's just... But yet people are okay with it. Oh, yeah. Oh, he needs to go to jail. Really? For what? He hasn't even been proven anything. And they're already wanting him to go to jail and stuff. It's like, that's what they want, too. So then somebody's going to come in, falsely accuse you, and then you're going to go in the courtroom, and people are going to be like, oh, no, just send him, throw him to jail. You can be like, oh, wait, what? I haven't even been tried. Where's the justice system? Where's the fair trial? And which is also in the Constitution. You know, fair and free trial or lengthy trial or not. Well, how's that? I suck. I got to read it again. Constitution is the baddest mofo there is. People don't realize it. And they think it's like, oh, it's horrible because it keeps from guns being illegal or whatever. I don't know. Disbanded. Not disbanded. What's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word, but I don't know what it is. But it just blows my mind. I cannot believe that people just willingly let censorship happen and let somebody be basically proven or be guilty before being proven innocent. Like that's I don't know. Like how do they think? I'm asking you. If you're a liberal and you're watching this, send me an email explaining to me why that looks like a good thing. Censoring this person before even, it's not like he's in jail and he's got a YouTube channel. And then being proven or being looked at as guilty before anything has even happened. It's because they feed and they go off of your emotions. Because they know, man, Bill Burr is right. What's wrong with America's white women? It really is. I don't know. But anyway. Let me know what you think. And subscribe. Follow. Whatever it is. Send me an email, theobjectivejerk@gmail.com, or message me on Twitter and Facebook. It's always at Objective Jerk or The Objective Jerk or something like that. So, anyway. All right. Well, until next time, thanks for listening, and I'll see you later.